Are you curious about migrating to Canada with the express entry process? Did you know that one of the first steps you actually have to take is calculating your CRS score? Do you even know what a CRS score is? And do you want to know how to calculate your CRS score? Well, if you answered yes to the first, second, and fourth question and answered no to the third question, look no further. This video is for you. In this video, I will be giving you a detailed guide, step-by-step process on how you can calculate your CRS score for the express entry process to apply for permanent residence in Canada. So if you're interested in knowing what exactly you need to do, definitely keep on watching. Hi Magi's gang, my name is Majojiba, Maji for short. If you're new here, you are welcome to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. It's always a pleasure to have you here with me again. I hope everyone's having a good week so far and you are not letting anyone or anything dim your light. In this video, I will be covering the following. What does CRS mean? What is a CRS score? What is a CRS score used for? What is the total possible number of points for my CRS score? What are the components of the CRS score? How do I calculate my CRS score? What components of the CRS affect my score the most? How can I improve my CRS score? CRS stands for Comprehensive Ranking System. The Canadian government developed a merit-based point system that assigns a score to each candidate in the express entry pool. This system helps rank immigration candidates and it is called the Comprehensive Ranking System. A CRS score is the score assigned to each candidate in the express entry pool. The CRS score is the merit-based score which is assigned to each candidate in the express entry pool. Candidates in the express entry pool are ranked against one another using the Comprehensive Ranking System, and the highest ranking candidates receive an invitation to apply for Canadian permanent residence. The total possible number of points for any given CRS score is 1,200 points. The components of the CRS score include marital status of primary applicant. Primary applicant having a spouse or common law partner that is or is not a citizen or permanent resident of Canada. Age of primary applicant. Highest level of education for which the primary applicant earned a Canadian degree, diploma, or certificate, or had an educational credential assessment if he or she did their study outside of Canada. Canadian degree, diploma, or certificate for the principal applicant. First official language proficiency result less than 2 years old for the principal applicant. Second official language proficiency result less than 2 years old for the principal applicant. Canadian work experience within the last 10 years for the principal applicant. Overseas work experience within the last 10 years for the principal applicant. Certificate of qualification from a Canadian province, territory, or federal body. A valid job offer supported by a labor market impact assessment. Highest level of education for which the spouse or common law partner of the primary applicant earned a Canadian degree, diploma, or certificate, or had an educational credential assessment if he or she did their study outside Canada. First official language proficiency result less than 2 years old, and second official language proficiency result less than 2 years old for the spouse or common law partner of the principal applicant. And last but definitely not the least, do you have a brother or sister that is a Canadian permanent resident or citizen? Each component of the CRS score has a maximum number of points that can be assigned to them. I will leave a link in the description bar below for you to have a look and learn more about that. You can calculate your CRS score by using the CRS tool. Let's take a look at a few examples of calculating a CRS score. Petzilla said, I am 28 years old with a degree in communications and no work experience, but I run a blog and do graphic design sometimes. Petzilla didn't specify his or her marital status, so I will be making the assumption that he or she is single. I am also going to be assuming that Petzilla's first degree is a bachelor's degree. Assuming Petzilla watched my 2 IELTS videos, which I will leave a link in the description bar below, let's say he or she scores the following points for IELTS General: 7.5 in speaking, 8 in listening, 7 in reading, and 7 in writing. Assume Petzilla is not fluent in French and therefore did not take a French language proficiency test. So the total CRS score obtained in this example is 382 points. Adnan has a master's degree in mechanical engineering project management with 0 work experience. Adnan did not specify his or her age or marital status, so I will be assuming he or she is 27 years old and single. Assuming Adnan watched my 2 IELTS videos, which I will link in the description bar below, let's say he or she scores the following points for IELTS General: 7.5 in speaking, 8.5 in listening, 8 in reading, and 7.5 in writing. I'll assume Adnan is not fluent in French and therefore he or she did not take a French language proficiency test. The total CRS score obtained in this example is 431 points. Johnny is 32 years old, married, and has 4 years work experience working as a plant manager in Wakanda in the last 10 years. Johnny's English is not very good, so his IELTS scores are 6 in speaking, 7 in listening, 7 in reading, and 6 in writing. Johnny doesn't know how to speak French, and he has a bachelor's degree in engineering management and a master's degree in project management. Johnny also has a Canadian job offer to be a plant manager, and his wife has a master's degree in cybersecurity plus 3 years work experience as a security architect in the last 10 years. Johnny's wife, however, took the IELTS general test and scored 7 in speaking, 8 in listening, 7 in reading, and 6.5 in writing. So the total CRS score obtained in this example is 566 points. CRS points are largely tied to the following: your language ability. Education. The higher your level of education, the more points you get towards education. And if you study a degree, diploma, or certificate at a Canadian institution, you get points for that as well. Having 3 or more years work experience outside of Canada helps, as well as having work experience within Canada. Don't worry too much about the work experience within Canada because I didn't have a work experience in Canada and I am here. Additional points can also be claimed for having a sibling in Canada, as well as speaking French at a high level, receiving a job offer in Canada, or securing a nomination from a provincial nominee program, which automatically gives you 600 extra points. As of the time I was planning this video, the latest express entry draw took place on the 13th of April 2022, but only candidates with provincial nomination were selected, and the CRS score cutoff was 782. I will use one of the examples from earlier in this video to illustrate. Assuming Petzilla is still 28 years old with no work experience and has his or her first degree in communications. Let's take a look at a different outcome. I will still be making the assumption that Petzilla is single and his or her first degree is a bachelor's degree. Assuming Petzilla practiced more for the IELTS test and he or she scores 8 in speaking, 8.5 in listening, 7.5 in reading, and 7.5 in writing. Plus, he or she is fluent in French, so he or she took the TEF Canada French Language Proficiency Test and scored 375 in speaking, 320 in listening, 250 in reading, and 375 in writing. Petzilla also has a job offer from a Canadian employer as a communications officer, so that will fall under skill level A. The total CRS score obtained in this example is 515 points. Okay fam, that's all for today. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please remember to give the video a thumbs up, and if you know anyone that will find this information helpful, please do well to share the video with them as well. If you have any questions or concerns, please do well to leave them in the comment section below, and I will do my best to answer as many questions as I can, either in the comment section or by making additional videos. I just want to encourage you, if you are having mixed feelings about the CRS score you have right now, and I'm going to do that by showing you the CRS score distribution in the express entry pool as of the 11th of April 2022. I know firsthand what it feels like to live with so much uncertainty that you begin to feel overwhelmed and frustrated. But look very closely at this CRS score distribution and be encouraged. Okay fam, so I will catch you all in my next video, but till then, as always, stay blessed and remember God loves you. Bye.